For eating habits that naturally keep your colon clean, and hardly anyone knows about them. What does cleaning your colon really mean? How do you actually do it the right way? And is it truly good for you, or could it come with hidden risks? A lot of people assume, well, cleaning the colon can't be bad. It must only do good. But it's not that simple. Take a moment and ask yourself, when you hear colon cleansing, what do you picture? Maybe you picture your intestines all smooth and squeaky clean, like a shiny water slide you could see straight through from one end to the other. Or perhaps you think that after cleansing, all the waste inside will be flushed out, even the water in the guts must be crystal clear. And from there, health gets a fresh reset, vibrant and full of vitality. Some people even believe that old waste has been sitting in their colon for years, and that getting rid of it will help remove toxins from their body. But that's mostly a myth. If you're pooping regularly every day, the idea of old waste lingering in your colon simply doesn't happen. You need to eat properly to keep your gut moving smoothly, with good peristalsis, and regular daily bowel movements. That's the real key to keeping your colon clean naturally. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to understand the main character of this video, the colon. The colon is the last part of the large intestine. The final stop in the digestive system. After food travels through the esophagus, stomach, and small intestine, where nutrients are absorbed, it finally arrives at the colon. Here, the colon performs a crucial task. It receives the leftover material from the small intestine and draws water out of it. That water can come from saliva, mucus, stomach acid, bile, pancreatic juices, or even from the liquids we drink. This process, known as water reabsorption, allows the body to reclaim most of that fluid. What's left behind becomes gradually thicker and eventually forms stool. Without this important process, we'd be dealing with constant diarrhea. The colon is also home to the gut microbiome, billions of beneficial bacteria that live and thrive there. These bacteria help your body fight off harmful pathogens, support digestion, and even play a role in hormone balance. That's why taking care of your colon is essential for maintaining overall health. It's no surprise that many people want to keep their colon clean. But not everyone goes about it the right way, and when done improperly, colon cleansing can do more harm than good. Excessive use of enemas, laxatives, or extreme detox routines can disrupt the balance of healthy bacteria, lead to dehydration, and even damage the colon's lining. Instead of improving your health, you could end up feeling fatigued, dealing with stomach pain, digestive issues, and a weakened immune system. In this video, AQUAON will guide you through everything you need to know, from A to Z, about cleansing your colon safely and scientifically. We'll also uncover some common mistakes people often make, so be sure to stick around until the end. Keeping your colon healthy and naturally clean isn't as complicated as it sounds. It really comes down to 4 key eating habits you should know. We'll explore each of them together. And just a quick note, this video is for educational purposes only. So if you have any medical concerns, please consult your doctor. 1. Drink enough water. Many people think that when they drink a glass of water, it just goes straight to the bladder and out of the body. But in reality, it's a much more fascinating journey. After passing through your stomach and small intestine, some of that water gets absorbed into the bloodstream to nourish every cell. The rest travels down to the colon. There, the colon works as the body's final gatekeeper, responsible for pulling excess water out of waste, so it can form solid stool before leaving the body. However, if you don't drink enough water, this gatekeeper becomes stingy, squeezing out every last drop to make up for the shortage. The result? Your stool turns dry and hard, scraping its way through the intestines like a truck bumping over a rocky road. Dry stool can also break into small pieces that cling to the folds of the intestine, leaving you feeling like you haven't completely emptied your bowels. Your stomach feels heavy, bloated, and never quite clean. On the other hand, when you stay well hydrated, your colon doesn't have to overwork. Your stool keeps the right amount of moisture, moving smoothly through the intestines, like sliding down a water slide at a theme park. But that's not all. Water also carries essential minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. It is the three expert drummers that keep your intestines contracting in perfect rhythm. When you don't drink enough water, this delicate balance of electrolytes is disrupted. Those drummers start playing out of sync, and your digestion turns into a chaotic performance. And here's the final kicker: when water teams up with fiber from the fruits and veggies you eat, they join forces to create a soft, gel-like cushion inside your intestines, kind of like a luxury mattress for your gut. Thanks to that, everything rolls through nice and easy. But that's not all. This gel is also 5-star dining for the billions of friendly bacteria living in your colon. They'll thank you by whipping up nutrients that feed the cells lining your colon walls, keeping them thicker, stronger, and less inflamed. So next time you lift a glass of water, remember, you're not just cooling your throat, you're oiling the engine of your digestive system. 2. Green smoothies. A lot of people still believe that drinking a glass of fruit juice is cleaning out the gut. Sorry, but the truth isn't that sweet. When you juice a fruit, you've basically kicked out the most important guest at the party: fiber. What's left in your glass is mostly water and a shocking amount of sugar. One glass of juice can have as much sugar as a can of soda wearing a healthy disguise. The result? Your blood sugar starts dancing, your belly gets bloated, and your gut bacteria go into protest mode. Your colon doesn't get cleaner, it just gets more tired. On the other hand, green smoothies are the unsung heroes of colon health. Because when you blend, the fiber stays. Once in your gut, that fiber soaks up water, together they form a soft gel. As AQUAON said before, that magic gel helps waste move smoothly and feeds the good bacteria in the colon. It's like sending your colon on a spa retreat. Meanwhile, some people go to extremes, fasting and drinking only juice for days, calling it a cleanse. This method is called a juice cleanse, basically a temporary fast where you drink only fruit and vegetable juices for a few days, sometimes up to a week. It's a real trend, especially in the US, but it's not a medically approved detox method. In reality, this method only throws your body out of balance. You're missing fiber, protein, and healthy fats, while flooding yourself with sugar. The result? Your gut freaks out and you end up with diarrhea. But remember, diarrhea isn't detox. So please, don't punish yourself. The smarter, science-backed, and sustainable way is simple: just drink a green smoothie regularly, add a bit of low-sugar fruit, maybe sprinkle in some seeds or whole grains for fun. It tastes good, it's nourishing, and it keeps your colon happy. No extremes required. In other words, a green smoothie is the cheapest health insurance you can ever buy for your colon. No contracts, no paperwork, just a blender and 5 minutes of patience. 3. Soluble and insoluble fiber. When it comes to fiber and colon health, there are two main players: soluble and insoluble fiber. You know soluble fiber, it turns into that soft, sticky gel that feeds your good gut bacteria. Now, let's meet its tougher sibling: insoluble fiber. The name sounds dry, but this one is the colon's most dedicated cleanup crew. When you eat foods rich in insoluble fiber, like leafy greens, brown rice, whole grains, nuts, or seeds, they travel down to your intestines almost intact, untouched by stomach acid. And that stubborn quality is exactly why they work. Once in the colon, insoluble fiber soaks up water, expands, and makes your stool bulkier, softer, and heavier. That extra bulk creates mechanical pressure on the intestinal wall, kind of like pushing a ball into water. The water has to move somewhere. Your colon senses that pressure and responds by contracting more strongly to move things along. That movement is called peristalsis. But it doesn't stop with the pushing. The coarse texture of insoluble fiber acts like a natural scrub brush, cleaning the intestinal walls, sweeping away leftover waste, excess cholesterol, and tiny food particles stuck along the lining. Studies show that eating plenty of insoluble fiber helps reduce chronic constipation, lowers the risk of colon polyps, and may even cut your chances of colon cancer over time. In short, insoluble fiber's got two simple superpowers: it pushes, and it cleans. And remember, your colon doesn't need just one type of fiber, it needs both. Think of insoluble fiber as the train tracks, the solid structure that keeps everything on course. And soluble fiber as the oil that keeps that train running smoothly along the rails. If you only get insoluble fiber, your digestive tract can get parched. If you only get soluble fiber, things can turn too gooey and sluggish. So, how do you tell them apart? It's actually pretty simple. Insoluble fiber shows up in foods that are fibrous, stringy, crunchy, or a bit coarse, like spinach, kale, collard greens, and celery, or the outer layers of whole grains like brown rice, corn, beans, and nuts such as almonds and walnuts. On the other hand, soluble fiber is the gel master. When it meets water, it turns smooth, thick, and silky. You'll find it in foods like okra and oats, or in soft and creamy ones like sweet potatoes, ripe bananas, pumpkin, and avocados. It's also abundant in chia seeds, flax seeds, and in fruits like apples, the soft flesh, oranges, and grapefruits, the white pith. But don't worry about memorizing all that. The truth is, most veggies, fruits, whole grains, and nuts contain both types of fiber, just in different proportions. The golden rule is simple: eat a variety of foods, eat them whole, avoid overprocessed stuff. And you'll naturally get the full fiber set your colon needs. 4. Probiotics and fermented foods. If you want a clean and healthy colon, make friends with probiotics and fermented foods. Inside your gut, especially the colon, lives a massive community of trillions of good bacteria. They stick to your gut lining, multiply, and keep harmful bacteria in check. But your gut isn't a closed system. Every time food passes through and waste gets pushed out, some of those bacteria, both good and bad, get washed away too. Here's the problem: the good guys often lose more ground. Many of them aren't strongly attached, so they get swept out more easily. Meanwhile, the bad guys cling tightly, release toxins, and thrive in a diet high in sugar and unhealthy fats. And with today's low-fiber, high-sugar lifestyle, the good bacteria are badly outnumbered. They need fiber from fruits and veggies to grow, while the bad ones can explode in number after just a soda, a drinking session, or a round of antibiotics. The result? After every bowel movement, if the good bacteria don't get reinforcements soon enough, the bad ones take over, causing bloating, poor digestion, weaker immunity, and even inflammation in the gut. That's why fermented foods and probiotic supplements matter so much. Don't wait until disease comes knocking to start figuring things out. Nourish your gut now to prevent future trouble and ensure long-term resilience. Experts suggest adding probiotics once or twice a week, or simply enjoying fermented foods you already know, like yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, or kombucha tea. These friendly microbes help balance your gut flora, smooth out digestion, and give your colon health a major upgrade. Don't let your colon fight alone against harmful bacteria, give it some reinforcements today. So now, you've learned the 4 science-backed eating habits that help keep your colon clean and healthy. Now it's time to turn knowledge into action. Start small, be patient, be consistent, just like drops of water slowly filling up a pond. AQUAON truly believe, if you stick with these 4 habits, your colon will repay you handsomely. And always remember, your colon already has an amazing, built-in system for cleansing and renewal. Our job isn't to flush it out or purge it, but to give it the right conditions so that the natural system can do its work smoothly. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It really keeps us motivated to bring you more useful videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.